welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, me and Connor are going to be discussing Man City on a bit of a bad bit of form at the minute. I'm just going to discuss the results, what needs to happen next. Right, so let's get into results. So it's unlike Man City.
Yeah.
I've lost 4 in a row. Only the second time Pep's done it the entire time he's been manager.
Yeah.
Let's just take a look at the results. You've got a 0-0 against Inter Milan in the Champions League. I know it's not recent, but it's a bad result for City.
Yeah.
2-1 defeat to Tottenham in the League Cup. 4-1 defeat to Sporting. That was the big one that kicked off the talks.
Yeah.
And 2-1 defeats to Bournemouth and Brighton in the Premier League. So as a Man City fan, what's your
Yeah, I feel like, again, I don't want to make excuses, but we have had a lot of injuries. Over 10 injuries across that period that have obviously affected us. But again, as well, we're missing them key players that put it all together. Like, it's all right having a few players injured, but it's the key ones that we've missed. We've missed De Bruyne.
You're missing Rodri.
We're missing Akanji, Ake. They've been out for a few spells. Walker as well. And it takes a toll. Like, if any other team had them players were missing, it's going to take a toll on them, and it has done for us. But I don't see any warning signs. We're only a few points off of Liverpool from the top.
You're only 5 off.
Yeah, exactly. And we've come back from worse. I think Arsenal had an 11-point lead when we beat them in the league. But yeah, so I'm not worried at the moment, but there are warning signs there. And
definitely.
For me, it's that CDM position where Rodri is gone. We're sort of trying to play Rico Lewis in there. He's doing good, but it's not them level. Do you know what I mean? I think I need someone else in there.
Could that be dipping into the transfer market? You think?
Yeah, hopefully in January. Zubimendi, I've had talks with him. 50 million release clause, that could be a perfect sort of replacement, because we've had them big signings before. Calvin Phillips didn't go to plan. He was meant to be that guy behind Rodri. Didn't work out. So hopefully we get it right this time, and we do dip into the market in January and get someone out of there. So
I mean, it's not like you're short of money and appeal.
No, definitely. No, exactly.
Get someone in.
Yeah.
There is a player I'd like to see play for Man City. I've mentioned him before.
Yep.
But it's if you'd want to play second fiddle to Rodri when he's back.
Yeah.
And I think Joshua Kimich would be really good for you.
Yeah, I mean, he can play right back as well.
Yeah,
Walker's getting on. But then I would like to see Kimich, but also it limits bringing him through Rico Lewis, because he's basically an older version of Rico Lewis. Plays CDM, plays right back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There is factors.
And it would limit Rico Lewis's development. But again, it's Kimich. Do you know what I mean? Like, who wouldn't want Kimich?
His contract's up at the end of the season as well. So you could get him on the cheap.
That's it. Yeah.
So going back to the results, you've had narrow wins over the likes of Southampton.
Yep.
And the likes of Wolves.
Yeah.
You know, teams who are touted to go down. You think Man City should be going out and beating a minimum 3 or 4-0?
Yeah.
But on that, it's also the Premier League. It's very competitive.
Yeah, not every game's easy.
Exactly.
And I don't think we've scored. I don't think we've had a 2-goal margin in a game since the 3rd game of the season.
Jeez.
So we've only won by 1 goal since the 3rd game, and that is worrying. Obviously, we've got the top goal scorer in the league, Haaland there.
Yeah, he's clear by 4 still.
So the goals ain't the issue. I think it's just getting good creation. So De Bruyne has been out for the majority of the season, which again, I don't want to fall it back on injuries again, but it plays a massive factor. It plays a massive factor.
I mean, could it also be teams know how to, block against City now?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's much easier. Now we've got the injuries, but again, people will have seen Pep for years and years and years in the Premier League, and obviously it's so hard to stop a Pep Guardiola side, but you just get these sort of shaky moments where it's always on the counter-attack. It seems like we're very vulnerable on the counter-attack, and it's played a big part this season.
I mean, you think of teams that have dominated the Premier League and the teams they've lost to. So like Man United, obviously, they lost to the likes of Burnley, Fulham, Blackburn, West Brom and Wigan.
Yeah.
In 2009, 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Obviously, Liverpool, when they went through that COVID season, they lost 3-0 to Watford. I just don't think it's a massive panic stations yet.
Yeah, I feel like it's... want to get the clicks on social media, is Guardiola good enough? Is he the man to do it? Of course he is. You know what I mean? Of course, he's done it year in, year out. He's had similar situations to this in the 2021 season where we had no striker. We were playing Gabriel Jesus in the sort of... It wasn't even playing well. He's injured all the time at striker. And we ended up playing Gundogan up front. And look how that changed our season. Do you know what I mean? So, and we also dipped into the market as well in that window and got Ruben Diaz in January.
Yeah.
So, and then we end up winning the league. So, these slow starts happen to us. It happens to us year in, year out, but it's just that January transfer market, that sort of period onwards where we turn it up. You know what I mean? We go through periods where I think in that season we went 11 games unbeaten.
But, could they do it this season with the way Liverpool are looking game after game?
Yeah, I feel like Liverpool, they're playing well, but
they seem rejuvenated, especially their older players.
Yeah, 100%. But if we don't win the league this year, I can see us winning it next year, because you see the likes of Trent looking to leave. You see the likes of Salah, Saudi, you know, sniffing about. If one of them players do leave, then it's going to be a major changing point for them. Do you know what I mean? So with Liverpool, I feel like they've been a lot luckier in previous seasons with injuries this year. I feel like the majority of their good players have stayed fit. But also, they're just their manager as well. Like, he's got them playing more rugged, more defensive stuff. And it is a worry this year. You are right, it is a worry. But I'm just hoping that their sort of holes in their team do start to come out. Like, their midfield is good, but it's not, you know, the top tier. And maybe over the season that sort of starts to show. Or
could be.
Again, they might dip into transfer market in January. Who knows? But it's just, I feel like there are holes in that team that we can get the better of.
Yeah, but I mean, you do play them in your next 5 fixtures.
Yeah, so hopefully
that will be a telling point, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you've got. So you're talking of your next fixtures. You've got Spurs at home.
Yep.
Who are your bogey team?
Yeah.
But the way they've been going, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, at home it's more favourable, but we used to always have this record at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium where we were just woeful. Like, we were just awful, and no one could really, you know, figure out why we couldn't score there for, I think, 2 or 3 games when we went there. But we sort of got over that hill. But yeah, as you said, Tottenham are our bogey team. Yeah,
so you've got final in the Champions League, and that's a winnable game.
Yeah.
Liverpool at Anfield, which will be a tough game. But like you said, if your midfield's good on a day and theirs has some holes,
that's it.
You could pick them apart.
Yeah.
Forest at home, that could go anyway.
Looking good this year, yeah.
And you've got Crystal Palace away. So quite a winnable game.
Yeah.
So with that, what's next? What's happening after the international break, do you think?
I feel like, obviously, you have a load of players come back from injury. I've heard Akanji's coming back, De Bruyne. Ake's not quite fit yet, but we're slowly started getting our players back. And I feel like we've got a tough game in Tottenham to start off with. But if we get a win there, that's massive, because that goes into the Liverpool game. Yeah. And again, hopefully that's where we start stepping it up a gear.
I think even a draw, but you play well.
Yeah.
Anything that gives you confidence going to Anfield.
Yeah.
If you don't have confidence going to Anfield,
that's it. You might as well not even turn up.
Yeah, you might as well just get battered there and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine. Do I think you'll win the league? No.
Okay.
Personally. Because for me, Liverpool just look fucking phenomenal.
They do.
They look really good.
Yeah.
But I still think you'll win a trophy or two.
Yeah.
Or at least get to some finals. It's not. But again, with City's high standards, is that a failure?
Yeah, I mean, we've had them seasons where we've underperformed. Like, everyone used to say, "Where's the Champions League?" Premier League on itself ain't good enough. We've had them seasons. So even if we do just get a cup or something like that, I don't think anyone reminds me, because the manager's given so much to this club in such a short amount of time.
He's made you so dominant.
That's it, yeah, exactly. So you're bound to have these seasons where you do, I don't know, fall off a bit every now and again, but next season you normally bang up for it again, and you win 2 or 3. So yeah, I'm not worried at all if we don't only get 1 trophy. That's not a problem.
Okay, that's fair enough. So while we're talking about what's next, let's talk about further in the future. After Pep, obviously his contract expires at the end of this season.
Yeah.
Do you think he leaves, or do you think he stays?
I think he will stay for another year, and then I think he'll call it a day there. It's more hope, obviously. No one knows what he's going to do, but
I don't think he knows it.
But I just hope that he does stay, especially if we have a bad season as well. I don't think he'd go out on a bad season.
He'd want to right his wrongs.
Exactly, yeah. So I feel like he'd stay for another year, and then we'll start looking. I think we've already started looking anyway in terms of managers to replace him. So yeah, hopefully we get the right manager in that plays sort of a similar style. I know Arne Slot doesn't play a style to Klopp, but I feel like it's more safer when you bring someone in who already plays a similar style to the manager previous. But yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing narratives online that when Pep leaves, you guys are in trouble.
Yeah.
No way. I mean, the only way you'd be in serious trouble, and I know this gets thrown at Man City fans a lot, is if you do get charged with these charges.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
That's the only way I think you'll be in serious trouble.
Yeah.
Because me and you talk about this privately, the narrative that Man City have bought football, bought the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
When Man U have spent...
They've done it for years.
A lot more than you.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you've got quite a good structure at Man City.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, your academy, some of your players that have come through, some of the players you've, you know, sent out.
Yeah.
I just think you'll be fine if the worst happens.
Yeah, I mean, we're known for being very patient in the transfer market. So we don't rush into transfers, you know, splashing the cash. Sort of how Ferguson left. If Pep left, would it be the same? I don't think so.
I mean, with Pep leaving, obviously there are teams coming for you now. You've got Chelsea, you've got a talented young squad.
Yeah.
Like I've mentioned a few times in this video, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Arsenal always going to be up there.
Yeah.
For once, we're actually praising Arsenal. Yeah, so maybe after Pep leaves, maybe the dominance will sort of slow down.
It will die down, 100%. Yeah, it will die down.
Do I think Pep's in trouble? Do I think Man City are in trouble? Of course not.
No.
I just think it's a bad patch, and I think after the international break, form will pick up.
Yeah.
I think City are fine.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know down below.
Are Man City in trouble?
That's it.
We don't think so, but
yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We'll catch you next one, guys. See you later. Like, share, and subscribe.